So, I've been doing a lot of films in the city lately. I'm on the edge of the city to the east today. I'm at Aldgate, and I'm going to have a quick walk up Aldgate because it is very cold today and I've got to keep on the move. Well, I say it's very cold, it's nippy. And where I'm standing right here, a couple of 100 years ago, would have been the gate out of the city. There should be a plaque around here somewhere to commemorate it, I'm quite sure, where the actual gate was. But never mind. First thing I'm noticing here, this is Mitre Street. This is where one of the Jack the Ripper victims was found, down here in Mitre Square, which is, I'm sure, down there. I'll have a quick look. I think it might be where that lorry's parked up. It's probably, I think it's there. Is this Mitre Square? Well, it don't say. I think it is. If not, I'm sure one of you out there will tell me. So right at this point, is where Fenchurch Street meets Aldgate. I don't know whether you can see them signs over there on the wall. That's one Aldgate there, and that side is Fenchurch Street. So I think I can see the plaque over the road there that marks where the gate was. Hold up. Oh look, there's a little sign here as well, look. Well, that there, that's what Aldgate would have looked like. Yeah, I can see the plaque over the road. I bet that's the plaque that tells you that's where the gate was. There is Jewry Street. I'll have a little look up there in a second. And that there is a plaque. Sorry mate, I'm not talking this site of Aldgate, demolished 1760. So this is where it would have been. Have a little walk down Jewry Street. I ain't going to go too far down here. Just have a little look. The 3 tons. Nice old boozer. I think I've had a drink in there in the past. What have we got here? Saracen's Head Yard. This don't look too promising. Just looks like the backs of office buildings. Look at that sign, sex. Now that we have your undivided attention, kindly note, no smoking. If we see smoke around you, we'll assume you're on fire and drench you with water. Oh well. Little bit of humour there. Yeah, there's nothing in here whatsoever. This is just the backs of offices. This is the most boring little side street I've ever been down. I really don't want you to smoke round here. So what I'll do is I'll walk quickly up here and then cross the road and have a little look on that side. If you can hear me over the din of all the noise of traffic. Right, this is the top of the Minories. And as I say, I'm just sticking to the main roads. I ain't going too far off track today. Look at this, look, Golden Fleece Court. I didn't know this was here. Where on earth does that lead? Golden Fleece Court. And I don't think it leads anywhere. Just the back of somewhere else. Yep. Nowhere. Security lights come on. Just mad though, it could have led somewhere. I didn't know it was there at all. Golden Fleece Court at the top of Minories. Back onto Aldgate. Oh, this is Aldgate High Street. Aldgate bus station now. Wonder whether that little walkway's got a name. I'll check later on the map. Little Somerset Street. This is well hidden. Look at this, look, this old pub just still here. The Still and Star. No, I didn't even know that existed. The Still and Star. Look at this place, look. There's always a van to block your view. So as you can tell by that building up ahead there in the distance above, it says Whitechapel, and we are sort of nearly on top of Whitechapel, just to the east of Aldgate. So that was Little Somerset Street. Worth walking down there to find out there's a little pub back there. So although we're outside the ancient city walls, we are still in what is now the city. I suppose it must have been extended eastwards over time, but this would have been outside the city at one point. Another old boozer there, the Open Grapes. I mean, look at the door, how wonky that is. That's been there a while, hasn't it? Street. Well, I better get across here before I get run over. There's that building there that says Whitechapel. Even though we're not quite in Whitechapel yet. Over these lights, this next junction here in front, I think that's Whitechapel High Street, where that starts. The Aldgate Tower. It's amazing how built up this place is getting. I mean, over there to the left, the other side of Aldgate East Station, that is the bottom of Commercial Street, and that was a red light district when I was growing up. That was where men went to meet up with ladies at a night. So now this is the edge of Lehman Street. That's an entrance to Aldgate East Station, and this is Lehman Street. And this is the end of Aldgate. That's Whitechapel High Street over there. That is the proper old East End. That's Jack the Ripper territory over there. I'm going to cross and walk back now. Let's hope I don't get killed. Telling me to wait. Tyne Street. It don't look like there's much up here, but I'm going to have a little butcher's anyway. Not much. The backs of offices, the backs of old buildings. but not much else. There's nothing to see up there. Tyne Street. My fingers are freezing. Like you need to know that. But they are. It's quite nippy this morning. Old Castle Street. Not much here either. I'll have a little look, little walk down. Yeah, pretty nondescript. They're not ultra modern buildings, but they're not old enough to grab my attention. There's that Whitechapel building again. Oh, so this is Whitechapel High Street. I've gone into Whitechapel High Street. I didn't realise. No matter. I need to burn a few calories anyway. Right, this here is Goulston Street, and this is where I'm quite sure the well-known shellfish seller Tubby Isaacs had his stall. I'm sure it was on this corner. But there is a fast food place there now, but that's obviously burgers and hot dogs and what have you. But I'm sure on this corner here it's where Tubby Isaacs had his stall many moons ago. And I know he's probably not well known by a lot of people, but in the East End he's quite famous for his selection of shellfish. Yeah, not much down there. History lesson over. You can't get shellfish, but you can get chicken nuggets or chicken nugget, not plural. So yeah, I don't think I was, oh, I'm going to get run over. That little walk up there was unnecessary because I was only meant to be walking in Aldgate, but this here, this marks the limit of the corporation of the City of London. As it says there. So I'm back in the city now, and in Aldgate. And that little excursion up into Whitechapel High Street, that was probably unnecessary for a walk just up Aldgate, but no matter. God, my fingers are frozen. Jesus, it is cold. Look at this. Little bit of artwork. And me in the reflection.
I'll see you.
Well, I've got to swap hands because this hand is frozen. Jesus, that was cold. Might not be as steady. This is my left hand, so we'll see how it goes. Jesus Christ. Blue Boar Alley. And a police sign there, which doesn't say anything other than police. The rest of it's been rubbed out. Well, if ever there was a nondescript side street of London, this is it. That's taking you up there to St Botolph Street. Aldgate station there.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, could you help me?
Yeah.
I'm in a hospital. I've been homeless a lot.
Yeah.
I'm in a hospital trying to keep my room.
Yeah.
I've got nothing to offer but a very interesting magazine, sir, if you know me here. I've just come along. I've been out half an hour. I've got nothing. But maybe you
And
could start
it's
me.
freezing
So
cold as well.
thank you for helping, sir. Oh, sir.
There, mate, take that.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Lovely
mate.
one.
Don't waste it. Don't squander it.
No, I've just come along. I've been out. All I've got is a muffin. Can't show that to me, landlord.
Yeah.
That's my start. And what a lovely one.
All right,
it
mate.
is.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Get some snack. Get something to eat. A coffee, whatever.
Yeah, I've got to eat at some time, but I've got to get his money for the hospital. So I've got a drink now and a muffin here. So it's all.
No worries. All right, mate.
Thank you very
Be lucky.
much.
All right, pal. You too. I don't often give fivers away, but I can afford it. He looked like he needed it. He probably earned about 100 quid this morning. Nubian Jack Community Trust. On this site in September 1773, A. Bell Booksellers published a volume of poems by Phyllis Wheatley, 1753 to 1784. The first work of an African-American female writer published in English. Black History Walks, United States Embassy and Dorset Hospitality International. Right, and this street, it just hasn't got a name at all, this little side street, apart from that interesting little plaque. I mean, I could look on the map later to see what it's called. I'll add it at the bottom of the screen if it has indeed actually got a name. But apart from that plaque, there's nothing else to see down there. St Botolph without Aldgate. Oh, see, without Aldgate, with fucking hell. I'll do that again. St Botolph without Aldgate. So that shows you that this church, once upon a time, was outside the city walls. Anything that says without is outside of the city walls. It's a lovely grand old building amongst all the modern office blocks. It's got light all of a sudden. Aldgate Square. Metropolitan Drinking Fountain Association. That's easy for me to say. In honoured memory of Frederick David Mukata, in recognition of a benevolent life. January the 16th, 1905. Okay, look at that, look. It's a little cup there where you used to get water, I suppose, to drink from. So this is Aldgate Square. Not much to it. Got that school there, Aldgate School, and just basically office blocks. So we're coming to the end. It is the end now. This is the end, beautiful friend. So this is where I started, basically. There's that plaque there. I've seen these all over London. They follow the London Wall all the way round, and basically where there was a gate in the city wall, they've got one of these plaques. There's some of them are missing. There's some that I've seen years ago that are not there now, but I'll show you the rest of them as and when I see them. But that's the end of this walk, folks. I've got to get to work. That was Aldgate. Over and out. Actually, I'll just show you this in better light, because it was quite dark when I first came here. Wonder if any water comes out of this. No. I tried. So that's the Aldgate pump. A well for fresh drinking water has been on this site since the 13th century. The Aldgate pump has long been a landmark point for visitors to East London, mentioned by Charles Dickens and in traditional rhyme and song. In 1876 the pump's water was connected to the mains water supply, and after the old well was found to be contaminated. Built out of Portland stone, repaired, restored 2019, blah blah blah. Creaky old door. There was one thing that I was meant to show you, but I'm not sure you're going to be able to see it. I forgot all about this place. Inside one of these office blocks there's a remnant of an old building, and I will just show you it. I keep saying this is going to be it, the last bit. That building there where it says we work, I'm sure there is a remnant of an old building. So I remember seeing it ages ago. If I can get across this road, I'll quickly show you. You can't see anyway, all the windows are blocked out. All the windows are blacked out, and somebody's thrown, I don't know, milkshake all over it, whatever. It's all blacked out and you can't see in there. But I'm sure. Yeah, look, can you see? You can't see that. There's an old arch in there. There's a bit of old ruin inside that building, but you won't see. It's too dark. But that's it. That really is it. See you in the next one.